that looks a little bit better. Got an interesting project for tonight. Let me tell you a little bit what I did. I'm gonna jump right in this and get moving on it. I'm coming at you from the suburbs west of Chicago. Drop me a line. Let me know where you're viewing from. This is actually our diagonal pallet board that was available last year. Oops, I've got a little paint on the opposite side that I didn't mean to. But anyway, it's this nice little gray color, and I whitewashed it because I was looking for a whitewashed background distress, so I whitewashed it. I sanded off the edges a little bit here and there. I wanted to look a little bit grungy, a little bit old, and I think I've achieved that look. But before I could actually use it, I need to apply some wax. So I'm just going to use a little bit of our surface wax here. It's this nice little can. It's 2.5 ounces, and it is fragrance free. And I'm going to just basically apply it all over my board. So I basically apply the paste, cover it all, and then once I have it covered, I turn over my little applicator and basically buff it all off. The wax, it does a couple different things. First of all, it smooths the wood to a certain degree, accounting for any little dips or any impurities. It also acts as a bit of a barrier so that the chalk paste that I'll apply is not absorbed so quickly into the wood fibers. And then because it's also acting as a barrier, it protects my adhesive back transfer from lifting up any paste or wood splinters or anything like that, because our transfers are reusable 8 to 12 times or more. So we want to take good care of them and make sure that we don't damage them in the process. But waxing is really quick and simple. Just requires a little bit of elbow grease sometimes, especially on a larger surface like this. But all in all, it's pretty easy. And I love our surface wax because it has no fragrance and comes in a small container so it doesn't dry out between uses. A little bit of a workout, wasn't it? Okay, let me cap up my wax and move this out of the way. And let me get my transfer and show you it. Isn't this the coolest thing? Honeybee Farm. Fresh, local, wildflower honey. Sounds delicious, doesn't it? So let me take this out of the package and we'll get right down to chalking. We have a special going on right now regarding free shipping until the 10th of the month. If you place a $50 order or more, $50 or more order in the US or $60 in Canada, you can get free shipping on your order, which is really cool. And this transfer is 12 by 18, same size as the board, so I thought this was perfect for the board. I'm going to remove its backer. Our transfers are made out of vinyl, which is the teal, and silkscreen, and you're seeing through the silkscreen to the white backer. And the silkscreen allows us to have this beautiful definition. You might want to think of our transfers as stencils on steroids. They are adhesive back. And that lets them stick to our surface nice and snugly, so they don't move around when you're applying the chalk paste or anything. Now I'm going to deliberately diminish the adhesiveness just a little bit. I'm going to use a fuzzing cloth. If you don't have a fuzzing cloth, you can use a towel or a pair of jeans or a sweater or a shirt or something like that. But all I'm going to do, I'm actually using 2 fuzzing cloths here just because of the size of the transfer. And press it down, lift it off, and it'll just apply a little bit of fuzz or lint to the back, which makes it slightly not as sticky. And generally for wood, I'll probably like fuzz it 3 times. But if I was doing this on metal or mirror or glass or ceramic, I would fuzz, fuzz, fuzz like crazy, because I really want to just diminish the adhesiveness on anything that's extraordinarily smooth. Now, if you notice, I accidentally let the transfer fold on itself, and I want to gently pull this apart. I don't want to exert a lot of pressure, because if I do, I could pull or stretch or distort the silk screen, and I don't want to do that. So let me fuzz this 2 more times on this side and be a little bit more careful. My hands are a little warm. It's a little warm in here. Mom doesn't really like the air on, and it's been warm and humid and whatever else. Okay, so I fuzzed it 3 times. Let me get my fuzzing cloths out of the way, and I will apply this to the surface. Now, if you do get your transfer to fold on itself and you cannot pull it apart, I mean, you want to gently nudge, pull it apart, you could always take it and bring it over to the sink or a bathtub or whatever, and basically run water over it as you try and pull it apart, or gently nudge it apart, and that helps immensely. But just take your time. A little bit larger of a transfer is, you know, it's a little unwieldy, or it could be, but just take your time and it's fine. So I'm just going to line this up. Smooth it down. Want to make sure that I don't have any air bubbles underneath my silk screen. If you have air bubble underneath the vinyl portion, you really don't care about it because you're not chalking there. But you don't want an air bubble underneath your silk screen. You want it nice and smooth because you want the paste to go through very evenly. And anytime you have a large area like right here where it says local of silk screen, see, I've got a little bubble there. I'm going to lift it up, smooth it out. You want to take very good care that you don't have a bubble in the larger areas of silk screen. Just it's a little bit harder to get them to lay flat. So feel with your fingers, look with your eyeballs. Looks pretty good. Okay. So I'm going to use the paste and peel technique on this because it is a large transfer and it's going to take me a little bit longer than something smaller, obviously, because this is 12 by 18. And I'm going to do my words in our black velvet paste. And I'm just taking some chalk paste. You know what? I'm going to turn this around. I usually work pulling the squeegee towards me, so I might as well just do it the way I usually do it. Just turn my surface around. So I'm going to take some chalk paste, put it over the letters, and just squeegee across my silk screen.
So it's basically apply the paste, squeegee it over the silk screen, smooth it out, remove any excess, returning the excess paste back into the jar. And then once you've got the area done, you want to lift it up. This is the paste and peel technique.
I'm going to peel it up, take a look at it. It's deliberately distressed, and just let it set there for a minute or so. This way the paste is not drying in my silk screen. I'll just let it sit here, and then I will lay it back down in a moment and go on with the next section. So basically the paste and peel is chalking it section at a time. Turn this around.
just flip back. That's fine. I'm not pressing it down. And now I'm going to do the letters on the bottom.
So basically we're going to repeat the process. Apply the chalk paste, smooth it through the silk screen, remove any lines and any excess paste, put the excess paste back into the jar, and then we're going to lift it and take a look at it, part of the paste and peel method.
And if I missed an area, I'll just lay it back down and chalk what I missed. But I'm going to gently lift this. Never pull or tug on the corners either. You don't want to stretch. So lift from the top to bottom, the left or the right. And there, our wildflower honey looks pretty good. But see right here, part of that W probably didn't catch enough, or I had an air bubble there. Let me grab a little paste and go back over that. Did I say it was the W? Yep, this part of the W right there. Okay, that took care of it. So that's good. So let me lift this up. And like I did with the other side, just set that up for a moment. Okay. Is that all my black? That's all my black velvet. So I'm going to cap this up. No sense letting it dry out. And move this out of the way. I think I'm going to use the rust for the other parts of my wording. I think that would go good. Grab a clean squeegee here. Just going to flop this back down. I'm not pressing it down, so I'm going to do fresh and local using the rust. Oops, let me clean my squeegee. I got a little black velvet on it there. We definitely don't want to cross-contaminate our paste colors. So make sure that's nice and smooth.
We have a great promotion going on for customers right now. Free shipping when you place a $50 order in the US or $60 in Canada. And former Club Couture members can rejoin during the month of July for just $10. So you can get July's Club Couture packet or kit for just $10. If you're not familiar with Club Couture, it is a monthly subscription package that brings an hour of creative bliss straight to your doorstep for only $21.99 a month. For that, you get an 8.5 by 11 inch transfer. Your first month, you get a squeegee. And you also, every month, get 3 individual paste packets specifically coordinated to go with your transfer. Those transfers are exclusive to club members and designers only. This month, July's, is perfect for travel. If you'd like to know more about it, I could actually send you some information. Just comment club. And I've already had a sneak peek of August, and it's getting ready for fall. And starting in August, our Club Couture program gets bumped up. We are going to start adding embellishments to the kit at no additional cost. So August will have, in addition to the transfer and the paste packets, you will also get a chalkable chip that actually is of a pumpkin. It's cuter than cute. If you'd like more information, comment club and I'd be happy to send you information. Now here I'm going to use the gold shimmer. Our shimmer paste is a little bit sparkly and really cool to use, and I'm using that on the bee and the crown. I think it'll give it just the right finishing touch. This has come together so easy.
Time to check this out. Ready for the peel and reveal? Oh, look at how beautiful. I'm going to set the transfer on the side of my tables until I wash it. I think this turned out great.
I might want to do a little bit more distressing of the edges. I know it actually made the gray coming through made it look a little dirty, but that's fine. I wanted it distressed, so it's kind of the look I was going through for. Thanks for watching. Stick around for a peek at July and August Club Couture. July is all about travel. August will get you ready for fall, and he has a little surprise in it. Thank you for watching. I surely do appreciate it. Any questions, drop them in the comments. See you soon.